Hey there, that's me, H.L. Burke, and look at today. I am Santa. I really need to get a tripod. I'm using two pillows stuck on top of each other. But it's not a tripod. And me and Theodore the Dragon today are coming to you with Christmas presents and Christmas talk about my books. And if you stick around till the end of the video, which might be a little long, I will explain how to win some of these books, which I am going to be wrapping for you. And I hope you enjoy it. There'll also be some author talk. And I can't figure out how to get my face and the wrapping in the shot at the same time, so I'm just gonna kind of wrap, and then sometimes I'll duck down like a little kind of bird bobs their head like this. Penguin. Oh, no, penguins don't do that. Alright. So I've got 3 rolls of wrapping paper. Another name for swords. And we have Santas, snowflakes, and snowmen. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. This claims to be public domain Christmas music, so I'm hoping I'm not breaking any laws here. Alright, so I have a stack of 4 presents that you might be able to win. Kind of self-serving presents because they're my books, but books are books, right? Right. And I will set Theodore here to guard them while we get some started. Which wrapping paper should I use first? It would be nice if I had different wrapping paper for each one, but I think I used up my snowflake with the one that said Happy Holidays on it. So I'm going to start with the snowman. I love snowmen. There's an interesting snowman story. A couple of years ago, it was like one of my earlier Christmases when we were in Iwakuni, Japan. First Christmas I wasn't really able to go home for Christmas. Other Christmases after my marriage I spent at home for various reasons. My husband being deployed was the big one. Let's kind of tilt that down a little bit. See what I'm up to. But anyway. So we were in Iwakuni and everybody sent me presents in the mail to put on under our, I say mail funny, I've been told. It's supposed to be nail, but I have a weird Oregonian accent and I do not differentiate between mail and nail. So, my husband makes fun of me for that. Where's my tape? Oh no, did I forget tape? Oh no, I got it. But anyway, so under the tree, the family all sent me wrapping paper different, and my grandma, my mom, and myself all chose to have wrapping paper with snowmen on it. So in spite of the wrapping paper coming from 3 different sources, who I'm guessing didn't, at least I did not, talk with my mom and say, hey, can we do snowmen this year? They all had snowmen on it. And the reason being that everybody knows that my favorite color is blue, and there are only so many Christmas wrapping paper that you can get with blue on them. Most is red or green, maybe some silver or gold. But if you do blue, you get a high proportion of snowmen. Okay, so this is the first wrapping thing. Oh, I should sign it, right? I have the world's ugliest signature. I'm kind of ashamed of it. I've been working to get it presentable, but it never looks the same twice because I'm very careless. Right, there we go. H. Burke, so that you know that is officially me. There you go. Cora and the Nurse Dragon is appropriate for middle grade audiences. Could be a decent read aloud for a younger child, but I think it's probably at least 8+, maybe 10+, because of some of the intensity of certain circumstances. Now this book, I'm not a very good wrapper. I'm not very precise. I think you might have gotten that sort of vibe from me. I'm not precise. can be for a kid who loves dragons. It's basically a girl and her pet story. The pet just happens to be an adorable little brown dragon named Cricket because he chats. Which is adorable. What should I say? Thanks. I will leave the 2 blank. I'm going to use the snowflake one. But from, I'll put H.L. Burke. Yeah, and in this book, which you might be able to win if you pay attention, and I'll put some probably in the description, some instruction further there, but you might be able to win this. Or you can give it to keep it for yourself, or you can give it to a friend who loves dragons and pet stories. Next up, we have something for the older audiences. I'm working on getting these covers updated. I really like the dragon covers with the red silhouette of the dragon, but I think the marketing on them is a little wrong because this is essentially a romance, and I don't think you get that from looking at, do you? I don't know. What do you think, Theodore? Theodore likes it. He likes dragons. Should I switch out, or should I keep with the snowman? I don't know. Let's do snowflakes, huh? Oh, and don't forget, I'm going to sign it with my ugly signature. Should probably look completely different this time. Yeah, it does. That is not the same as last time. How did I get that under control? I think it's a line between my... Alright, let's go snowflakes. This was my first major serious self-publishing venture, Dragon and the Scholar series. It was a NaNoWriMo project from 2012, which was also the year my second daughter, Clara, was born. She was born in January, and NaNoWriMo is November. So she was already sleeping through the night and everything by then. Sometimes you can get a nice slide going and it just kind of cuts, but I can't seem to do that reliably. My paper skills are weak. I love this story though. It's a little cheesy, it's a little predictable. If you know classic fairy tales, I mean. You expect a happily ever after, right? Happily ever after. But it's got dragons who are snarky. Snarky dragons who snark. Snark. Any professional rappers are going to have a heart attack if they get a quick look at how I do things because I'm not precise. Maybe a little too extra there. And Dragon the Scholar is good for people who like romance, dragons. I compare the tone of it to The Princess Bride. Probably more the movie than the book. It's not quite as cynical as the book. But that's okay. We don't all have to be cynical now, do we? Especially not at Christmas. There we go. And let's grab a sticker. Again, I'm going to leave it 2 blank, but for the from, I'll put H.L. Burke. Silly snowman. Once they come to life. Where is my pen? Where'd you put it? Oh, there you go. 2 blank from H.L. Burke. I'm proud of the Dragon and the Scholar still. It's still my best-selling series in spite of the fact that I think my other books are slightly better written. Because you learn when you go. You start out one way and then you learn. Now, I would say that this book, let's use the Santas for this one. And then I'll have to pick because I only got 3 for the last one. It's Beggar Magic. And this book seems to get the best reactions. I think of all my books, most of my fans would say this one is their favorite. It's a very sweet little story about friendship and magic. I don't know why I did a white interior. I should have done a cream. Here comes the signature. Again, not the same. I'm gonna be really, if I ever get really famous, like famous, where people are actually wanting my signature, it's gonna drive people crazy because they won't be able to tell if it's unique or not. Because they're always different. Now, Beggar Magic has been compared to The Princess Academy by Shannon Hill, and that's definitely the vibe I was trying to channel when I was writing it. It's a YA fantasy adventure, and there's a little bit of romance, but the focus of the relationships is on the friendship of the two leads, two girls from different backgrounds who must band together to save basically to save magic. And the magic in this world is musical. You can hear it. Sometimes it sounds like tapping rain or drums. Other times it sounds like fiddles or violins. And if you're hindmost, you might hear voices who actually speak to you. And you can talk to them. And they can help you out. Okay, we've got one left after this. What do you think of that? Anyone want to guess which one it is? I'm going to flash them all at the beginning. Like my hat? I made this myself. Yeah, I crochet sometimes. What do you think? Snowman? Okay, tree, snowflake, ornament, snowman, reindeer. Ooh, reindeer. Reindeer and Santa, that makes sense, right? H.L. Burke. Yesterday at the store, we were at the grocery store, and there was this older man on what do they call those electric carts? The riding carts. And he had a white beard and he was wearing like a red trucker hat and green overalls. And he was going around the produce section and some little kids saw him and thought he was Santa. And then he decided to play it up. And I don't know if he did this on purpose because it looked to me that the kids just started waving at him and yelling Santa on their own. And then he did it and he started going around talking to little kids pretending to be Santa. Comes up to Claire. Claire is not sure what to think about this guy. She's like, okay. She wasn't scared, but she's just kind of shy, and she's just trying to put it together, like, 'cause she believes in Santa. I didn't tell her Santa was real, but somehow she decided he was, and she's confused by the whole thing sometimes. All right. Last book, The Ordinary Night. This is a fantasy romance. It's very sweet. And the color is purple. I was very insistent that it should be purple. I was also insistent that it should have some sort of glitter on it. I fought my cover design on that and she thought I was wrong. I was like, no, I think this needs glitter. This is kind of a glittery story. Okay. That should be about right. I like to try to not have a lot of leftovers, but obviously if you're watching this, I fell on that quite a bit. This is two-sided wrapping paper, which I like because I can switch it around for birthdays and just use the polka dotted side. A lot of my wrapping paper is that way, if I can get it. This is a story I wrote when I was a young single person, thinking about the perfect romance, and I decided to make a story about a knight who thought he was very ordinary, but really was the perfect prince because he was honorable and kind. And so it is important to me for that reason. It's kind of just a fun little fairy tale. A little bit different than some of my other works. And I believe the ebook might actually be free right now if you were to go to Amazon and look up An Ordinary Night H.L. Burke. snowman. Snowman for a snowman. Let's do this one. Okay. What do you think, Theodore? I wish Bruce were here. I should have got Bruce in for this. I'm wearing my shirt that says, "My unicorn doesn't like you and she likes everyone." This shirt makes me happy. But I'm sure my unicorn likes you. It doesn't really matter because I don't have a unicorn. I have a dragon. I wish they had one that said, "My dragon doesn't like you." But then, of course, that would seem like Theodore doesn't like people, and I'm not sure if that's good for his reputation. I saved this. Okay. So, that's 4 books: Cora and the Nurse Dragon, Dragon's Curse, Beggar Magic, and Ordinary Night. If you're interested in winning them, comment below and let me know which one you're interested in winning, and I will enter your name into a drawing. Okay? Sound good? I just got sprinkles all over my bed. Well, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. I hope chewing noises don't bug you. I know they do some people. Not me. A lot of things don't bug me though. I'm not very buggable. Say goodbye, Theodore.